Laker Nation, stand up. I'm not a Laker fan. I decided to put on the purple though with the champion across the chest because they might have got him. They might have figured it out. They might actually be championship contenders. Stay in this video so I can tell you guys 2 trades that happened last night at 8 a.m. for me. I went to sleep. I should have knew something was going to happen, but I apologize for being a little late. The deadline ends in a couple of hours. This is it. This is literally it. We're gonna be on top of it if anything else crazy happens. Tomorrow we'll break down everything. I'll have a special guest on so we can kind of talk it out, see what we think about everything that just went down, because so much happened. This is one of the craziest trade deadlines of all time. But if you guys didn't hear, Dalton Knecht has been traded from the Los Angeles Lakers. No more Knecht in LA, the young boy that people thought would be the future. Everyone was happy for him and all that. Honestly, he might be going to a better situation where maybe not like in general like winning and all that now, but it'll get him his career started because he'll get the ball a little bit more. He'll definitely get a lot more playing time in certain situations, and that situation is Charlotte. We got Dalton Knecht as well as Cam Reddish and a 2030 pick swap and 2031 first round pick being traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Mark Williams. Yes, Mark Williams. If you guys are not familiar with Mark Williams, he is a big fella. He is humongous. 7'2". He actually has the longest standing reach in the NBA right now. I will put up some screenshots right here that hopefully can fit on the screen because this dude is different. But just take a look at this. This dude is dunking the ball while on the ground multiple times. He does this. That standing reach is 9'9". So supposedly Wemby's is 9'7", which is possible. It has a lot to do with like your neck, your shoulders, has a lot of different factors. There is also the possibility that Wemby never really got tested on the combine for that because he just didn't. So there's a possibility it's not 1,000% accurate Wemby standing reach. But regardless, Mark Williams is 9'9", which is ridiculous. That is definitely ridiculous. Tippy toes dunking, Marjanovic style, right? That's what it would be. Regardless, this has to be a great trade for the LA Lakers because this helps them in win now situations, right? They needed a lob threat for Luka. They needed one for LeBron, just the guy that can defend the paint and kind of just be out down there to literally catch lobs. That's all they really need him for, right? Luka is known that that's what he does with Lively. That's what he was doing with Gafford. He needs that guy because it helps his game become even more exponentially unstoppable, right? Him being able to break down the defense and then look up there, and bro, this guy's gonna do that. Let's take a look at some of his last games. This fella, these aren't all his games, these aren't his last, but this is within the last month and a half. We see 31-13, 20-12 with 3 blocks, 38-9, 24-16. This dude is definitely capable. The one kind of knock that you gotta kind of deal with is that he is maybe injury prone, right? We've seen him miss games over the last couple of seasons, so that is something to look at. But then again, when you play in Charlotte, it's okay to miss games because they're probably tanking. They're probably not too worried about him rushing back. While on the Lakers, he's probably not gonna do that much anyway. You got LeBron, you got Luka. You just gotta be there, be strong, kind of just stand out and do what you're asked to do. We'll go ahead and assume he was ecstatic for this trade. He put them purple hearts up. He said, why wouldn't you be hyped going from 1, Charlotte to LA? That's first off. And 2, going to play with Luka and LeBron James, which by itself sounds mesmerizing. And then especially as a big fella, I mean, yes, you might get blamed for stuff. We know LeBron, teammate, scapegoat, all that. But nah, this is going to be special. It has to be. They're putting all their eggs in the basket, all the marbles in one, getting rid of the young youth, all the youth. No more Christie. No more Dalton Knecht. I know Laker fans are crying, some of them that really were looking forward to seeing these guys develop. And hey, all I gotta say, Cam Reddish, dude was one of the best of his class for sure. And He's been having a rocky start. I hope he gets a shot. I know he's been given opportunities and hasn't worked out for him, but maybe now with Melo, I can see these guys doing a little bit better. And by Melo, I mean LaMelo. I apologize. I know there's only one real Melo, but you know what I mean. There's only one in the league right now, so we can call him what we want. But yeah, this is going to be a really interesting trade. One of the two big ones that happened last night. This was definitely one of them. We talked about some of the other ones, right? I made a video yesterday talking about Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. Before we continue talking about what LA lineups are going to have and all that, let's discuss the Pelicans trade of Brandon Ingram being sent out to the North, to Toronto. He's being traded for Bruce Brown. He's being traded for Kelly Olynyk, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick. So that's a lot for Ingram, but Ingram is Ingram. Ingram has been doing a lot of great things in the past couple years. He's one of the all-time leading scorers in Pelicans history. I don't know if you know that. I just found that out. I was doing a quiz. I'll link it down below. I did a quiz for every team's top 10 scorers, and I was so surprised on a lot of them. Some of them really caught me off guard. Bro, did y'all know Dylan Brooks is one of some teams' top 10 scorer of all time? That's actually mind-boggling. It makes absolutely no sense. But regardless, this could be a great thing for Ingram. It could be just change of scenery. Toronto is a nice place to play, even though it's really cold and it's away from your family. And I know it's tough going in and out from Canada to the US and all those little things, but they got a nice young core going on that maybe he can really, I don't know. I just feel like the Pelicans were kind of stagnant. If there's any Pelicans fans or Toronto Raptors fans in the comments, please let us know what you think about that, because realistically, we're here to talk about this trade. Honestly, like this one right here, this makes the team so incredibly crazy when you think about it, because now your lineups are going to look wild, right? You're going to have Luka starting point guard, Reeves starting shooting guard. LeBron is probably playing the 4, right? You would probably say either you have a choice between Rui at the 3 or DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith. Either or, you can't go wrong. I think personally, I would go Dorian Finney-Smith because he plays really well with Luka in general. Plus, he's been really killing it. So I would say Luka, Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, amazing defender. He'll take that load of defense a little bit better than Rui, and then you can add Rui off the bench where he can score a little bit more. He'll get more touches to try to attack, do these little things, whereas DFS is okay just being a spot up guy, you feel me? And then you have LeBron at the 4 and then Mark Williams at the 5, man. What a lineup. That's arguably one of the best lineups in the league if done right like that, if they click. Obviously, this is all speculation. It's all on paper, so we have to see how it works out when you put it together. The other case scenario of a lineup would be where Rui starts and then DFS is off the bench. But my thing is, Vando's coming off the bench anyway. Gonna probably play really big key minutes at the end of games for defensive purposes. He's been playing really well. He actually hit a 3 the other day. So if he stays developing, learning as well as all these other guys, this team is gonna be a problem, a force to be reckoned with. I can't wait to see it. I don't think we see it fully in effect and start clicking, obviously, till after All-Star break, because All-Star break's coming up, and we're expecting to see Luka play Saturday. I would say they'll probably kind of get Mark Williams in line to play on Saturday as well. If everything clears, there's obviously little things here and there, but everything clears pretty fast in the NBA. We saw that De'Aaron Fox, as soon as he got traded, he was able to play. Max Christie played right away after that trade. So it's been getting a lot faster than I think previous years. I feel like back in the day, it used to take a little bit longer where trades would go down and all that. So this is definitely exciting. I want to see how this unfolds for everyone. Obviously, we can't say who won the trade and all that until we see what Dalton Knecht becomes one day, until we see what Mark Williams fits for this team. Can he stay healthy? I think on paper it looks like it's going to be so amazing. It's going to be so great. I'm sure everyone's going to love to use this team on 2K, where you got Luka and LeBron to worry about. Reeves is still a problem. You got this big fella now that can literally just block shots, deter. I know he's not Anthony Davis on either ends, right? You're not going to give him the ball to try to score. But now you got Jackson Hayes being able to come off the bench, and it really creates that second unit to a whole different degree. Gabe Vincent just started playing well, so it was good to see him not trade him yet, because now they have that guy off the bench, especially if for any reason Luka's out or Reeves or anything of that nature. Now you got Gabe kind of hopefully continuing to play well. I'm just talking for Laker fans. I'm trying to give you guys what you guys can get. Bronny's developing slowly but surely, right? He'll get there. I think with his athleticism, his defense, he just needs to keep growing confidence, keep getting reps in, right? There's those little things that have to just happen, which I know some people do not like in general, like that even is a thing. But then you got Vando, Rui. Oh man, that bench is so great. With even like now Jackson Hayes being a bench guy is so much better for him. Or I mean, better for the team. I'm sure for him, he would rather start, obviously. So maybe he's a little upset. And I know Anthony Davis is upset because he's been asking for a center for so long. He wanted to play the 4. And now as soon as Luka comes, Luka goes, yo, I need a center. They're like, okay, Pookie Bear. And then my man's AD's been asking forever, and they did not care or couldn't get it done or any of that. Now, with all that said, I'm excited to see if anything else goes down. It's looking like it's possible. It definitely is possible. Usually towards the end of the trade deadline, something crazy does happen. It is definitely more than possible. It's not set in stone that this is everything that happened. Anything can happen. It's the NBA. We've seen that. I mean, we've seen Luka move, AD move. So one of the craziest trade deadlines in a long time. I can't think of one that was crazier than this. If you really look at the whole list of everyone that moved, everyone in different jerseys, we're seeing that Dennis Schroeder might get moved again, which is crazy after what he said. I feel bad for him. He has a family and all that. And I mean, I guess anything's better than Utah, right? Just pack your bags. But I feel bad if he's been traveling to these places and then being told to go. I hope he's been sitting still, just waiting, chilling to find out where he's officially going. But I don't know what his agent's on, if he has one that's doing something. If you need an agent, Brody, hit me up, man. I'll make sure you're a little bit more unable to move like that. Like, it's crazy that you're that far into your career. Everyone knows what you do, and you're being pushed around left and right. We know Beal's no trade clause kind of stopped a lot of things from happening. We were happy that Butler finally decided to take a sign-in thingy-majig and work out with the Warriors. Hopefully that works out for them. I know the Warriors play the Lakers today. I wish they were both ready. I wish they were ready. Couldn't they postpone that 2 days, 3 days for Jimmy, for Luka? That would have been a really fun matchup to watch in real time. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm really excited to see what all these teams are looking like after the All-Star break and how they rev up for the postseason. It's going to be really, really interesting. We knew the Lakers had no chance to really contend if they didn't get a center, and they got a really good one. So shout out to Rob Pelinka for actually pulling these trades. He literally mummiized, I don't know, like he was the guy, that puppet master. That's what he did to Nico, man. That's what he did. He fleeced him for Luka, and I'm sure we'll all realize that very soon. We saw him practicing the other day. It was his first practice. He hit that half-court shot. It was him, LeBron, and Austin Reeves shooting, and they were not missing. They were just like bang, 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 all after one another. Like at least 14 threes were caught on camera back to back to back. So that's going to be a really fun offense. I know there was no defense and whatnot, but they're going to be fun. Think of the mind power, man. The mind power is surreal. JJ Redick as the coach. You got LeBron James and Luka Doncic, some of the smartest basketball players ever. Luka talking about how this is a dream to play with LeBron, something he could have never imagined. And we'll discuss all that soon. We don't have to discuss it now. I actually have one of Luka's former teammates. We can probably get on the podcast if you guys would want, and we could talk to him and see what he thinks about all this, because it's definitely very interesting. He told me really great things about Luka in the past, about how amazing of a teammate he is, and I think they made a really terrible choice getting rid of him in general, as a lot of Mavs fans will agree. Maybe it works out for them with AD and stuff, but now with the Lakers getting Mark Williams, it's going to be a test to see who really about this life. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. It's been your boy Most. Y'all know the drill. And keep doing the most.